It was spring. Winter had come and gone, and warm sunlight had returned. Ever since the start of March, pink cherry blossoms had emerged enduring the cold from time to time. These small and gentle flowers were a perfect representation of graduation and the start of school. Two girls walked in that park filled with those cherry blossoms in full bloom. Neither of them were particularly tall. One of them was a athletic-looking girl with short hair, and there was another thin girl, a head smaller than her. They both looked somewhat similar, so perhaps they were siblings. Hold on a second. They were dressed up in showy clothing that was quite a match for the cherry blossoms around them, making it look like they're on their way back from graduation.
ねえカレン、これおかしくないかな。大丈夫？
Hey, Karen, this isn't weird, is it? Is it okay? The short-haired girl lifted her skirt and as she made a nervous expression. It was a rare look from someone as cheerful and athletic as her.
だから大丈夫よ。何度も聞かないね、カリン姉さん。
I said it's fine. You don't have to keep asking me, Karen. Big sis Karen. Then the short girl nestled up to her and gave a wry smile. This was the 5th time she'd asked that since this morning. Karen and Karen. Their last name was Hojo.
だってもう待ち合わせの時間だし。
But it's almost time to meet up, and
だったら手遅れでしょ、姉ちゃん。ダメでももう直してる暇なんてないから。
then it's too late, isn't it, sis? Even if it's not good, then there's no time to fix it now, is there? It seemed they're on their ways to meet someone. When Karen saw how Karen had been acting today, she felt like she was close to solving the mystery of why her big sister had been acting so strange when she'd seen her in the last few months.
ちょっとカレン。ってことはどうかおかしいの？
Wait, Karen, that means it looks bad somewhere?
そんなことはないけど。
That's not true at all. She's acting particularly weird today. Perhaps, just maybe, her sister Karen hadn't been much for dressing up in the first place. And yeah, on this day alone, she brought out some new clothes. And diligently put on perfume this morning. Makeup this morning. She'd also gone to the beauty parlor the day before. This was her athletic sister who had never cared about appearances.
でもおかしいって言えばおかしいんじゃないかな。
Well, I mean, I guess it is still strange in a way, though.
どこが？
What is... Hold on a second. Karin felt something a bit, how do I put it, a bit more... adventurous from her sister today. And that's why she thought that perhaps her sister was going to see the boy she liked today or something.
おかしいよ。姉さんがちゃんと女の子に見えるんだもの。
Yeah, it is strange. I mean, you actually look like a girl.
からかわないでカレン。怒るよ。
Don't tease me, Karin. I'm gonna get mad, you hear? There's no doubt about it. Sister must be going to meet someone special. Going to see someone special. Karin was sure when she looked at her sister's panic.
おーい、二人とも。
Hey there. It was then that the sister's companion joined them.
おじさんが帰ってきたよ。
Oh, Mr. Hazuki, you're back. Karin quickly noticed him. And tugged at Karin's clothes.
意外とゴミ箱ってないもんだね。
I had a hard time finding a garbage can. That person was a middle-aged man. His name was Katsumi Hazuki. He was tall, slender, and had a gentle aura to him. And his personality was just as gentle to match.
ゴミ捨てぐらい私が行ってもよかったのに。
If all you're gonna do was throw something out, I could have gone with you.
カレンさんはまだ病み上がりだろう。病気が完治したからってまだ無理はしない方がいいさ。
You're still on the mend, though, right? You may recover from your illness, but you shouldn't push yourself.
もう平気ですよ。お姉ちゃんと一緒で心配性なんだから。
I'm fine, seriously. Sheesh, I swear. You and sis are such worrywarts. Karin smiled wryly again. This man named Hazuki had been helping the sisters out with something since last year. Even though he barely knew them, he'd offered his hand to help them. Offered them a helping hand. After all her struggles, Karin had trouble couldn't believe that at first. But her own sister, who was much more doubting of people than even her, trusted him. So Karin came to trust him as well. Hazuki had taken care of her surgery and everything that came after it. Hold on a second. At the present, he was their current guarantor.
ところで二人とも例の件は考えてくれたかい？
By the way, you two, have you given my proposal some thought?
はい。
Oh, yes. Karin, whose head had been in the clouds, got her head back into reality at Hazuki's words. After all, it was a very serious topic for both the sisters.
急な話だとは思うけど、前々からカレンさんが退院したらって思ってたんだ。それでどうだろう、二人でうちの娘になってはくれないかい？
I know it's sudden, but I'm thinking it ever since, Karin was released from the hospital. So how about it? Would you like me to adopt the two of you? When Karin had been discharged from the hospital last month, Hazuki had brought to them the idea of him adopting them. The sisters looked up to him, and Hazuki himself thought of them as his own daughters. Hazuki also had his own daughter. But she was already married and living on her own, leaving only Hazuki and his wife at home. So there wasn't much serious they were doing in their lives at the moment. So Hazuki thought that if he adopted the two of them, then their home would be filled with life all over again. Of course, his wife, who knew the circumstances, was on board with it as well.
本当によろしいんですか？
Are you sure it's okay? Karin spoke, reserved and with reserve she wasn't normally used to. In actuality, she already had her answer from a while back. Neither of the sisters were against calling Hazuki their father. After all, he'd supported them like family for the last half year. Once you consider that, Karin and the two sisters thought of something. They were worried that they were nothing but burdens to Hazuki and his wife. The two of them had struggled on their own for years, so the two of them couldn't answer so casually.
なんでだい？
Why's that?
だって養子にするって言ったって簡単なことじゃないし、お金だって
Because adoption isn't something so simple, and you need money and.
バカだなカリンさんは。カジノの勝ち分がまだ山のように残っている。
You're such a fool, Karin. I've still got plenty of my winnings from the casino left.
それに僕もまだ働き盛りなんだ。金銭的な心配ならいらないよ。だから気持ちだけでいいんだ。僕たちと君たちの気持ちだけで。
And besides, I'm still working, so I don't have to worry about the money. So just tell me what it is you want in your hearts. Just that.
はい。
Yes. Karin nodded seriously and looked over at Karin. Karin also gave a big smile and nodded. Karin heaved a little sigh when she saw that smile. And she gave another smile of her own.
私たちを葉月さんの家族にしてください。
Please adopt us, Hazuki.
お願いします。
Please. The two sisters bowed their heads respectfully. It was a little while later that Reika came on by.
あら、どうしたのみんな。何かあったのかしら？
What's going on, you guys? Did something happen? When Reika noticed that the three of them were crying, she cocked her head with a bit of concern.
いや違うんだ。これはちょっととってもいいことがあってね。
No, that's not it. It's just a little, yeah, it's just, yeah, something good just happened. Very good. But once Hazuki wiped his tears and gave a cheerful expression, Reika's, shoulders loosened with relief.
詳しい話はみんなが揃ったらするよ。
I'll give you the details when we're all here.
わかった。
Alright, got it. Reika nodded with a smile, and her long hair swayed with that action.
すっごい綺麗な人だね。
She's so pretty, huh? Karin's eyes widened. This was the first time she'd met Reika. She was tall, had oily features, had a strong will like we felt behind her eyes. That, combined with her good fashion sense, made her look like a model to Karin. Perhaps Karin was the same as she stared at Reika as well. But unlike her sister, there was a little bit more than admiration mixed in with there. Karin noticed that and poked her sister's cheeks with an impish smile.
姉さん、もしかしてあの人ライバルなの？
Hey sis, is she a rival?
違う。
No. When she heard Karin's frantic voice, Reika turned to the two of them.
あなたが噂の妹さんね。
So you're the infamous sister, huh?
はい、はじめまして。北条カレンです。姉がいつもお世話になっています。
Yes, nice to meet you. I'm Karin Hojo. Thank you for taking care of my sister. Reika and Karin greet each other, ignoring Karin's intense agitation.
八幡玲香よ。お姉さんや葉月さんとはお友達なの。これからよろしく、カレン。
I'm Reiki Yahara. I'm a friend of your sister and Mr. Hazuki. Let's get along, Karin.
はい。
Yeah,
レイカ君、大学の方は順調かね？
Reika, is college going well?
はい、おかげさまで。
Yes, thank you.
頭のいい君にはそんな心配は無用だったかね？
Guess I didn't have to worry about someone as smart as you, huh?
玲香さんは大学生なんですか？
You're in college, Reika? When Karin said that, Reika gave her a gentle smile.
そうよ。数学と論理学を勉強しているの。
That's right. I'm studying mathematics and logic.
そうなんですか。 姉ちゃんとは正反対ですね。
I see. You're the total opposite of sis.
こらカレン。
Hey, Karin! It seemed Karin liked girls like Reika. Like women like Reika. Hold on a second. Her beauty aside, her demeanor was also not the least bit unpleasant as well. Karin wanted to be just like her when she grew up.
おじさ
Mr. Hazuki! Just then, a woman's voice called out from the distance.
ま、みんな久しぶり。
Guys, long time no see. It was immediately followed up by a carefree voice.
お、ふみかくんたちも来たぞ。
Oh, Fumika and Nagisa are here too. Karin and the others turned around to see two women waving from the entrance of the park.
ふみかさん、渚さん。
Karin smiled and waved back at them.
あれ、あの人たちは確か。
Huh? Aren't they? Karin recognized the two of them. The cheerful one was Fumika Rikishima, while the carefree one was Nagisa Kido. She met them once at the hospital during for her surgery. According to Hazuki, the two of them are taking care of things at the hospital.
はーい、みんなお久しぶり。カレンちゃんも元気そうでよかったわ。
Okay, sorry, back. Hey guys, long time no see. Glad to see you're doing well, Karin.
こんにちは。天気も良くて気分がいいね。
Hi, nice weather we're having, isn't it? The two of them greeted them as they approached.
二人ともお変わりなく。
I see the two of you haven't changed.
お久しぶりです。その節はお世話になりました。
Long time no see. Thank you for all your help. Karin bowed along for his sister's greeting.
固いこといい子なしよ、二人とも。
Lighten up, you guys.
あれー、かりんちゃん。今日はずいぶん気合入ってるね。
Oh my, you seem like you're in high spirits today, Karin.
あらやだ、本当だわ。珍しいじゃない、かりんちゃんがおめかししてるなんて。
Oh my, you're right. It's not every day we get to see you dress up. Fumika and Nagisa quickly noticed how Karin looked. Karin blushed and looked down.
ちょっと大人っぽくしてみようかななんて。
I just thought I should look more adult is all.
かわいい。
So cute. Nagisa tightly embraced Karin.
渚さん。この子は渚お姉さんがお家に持って帰る。
I'm gonna take her home with me. Karin managed to struggle and get away. Was trying to struggle and get away, but Nagisa's grip was so tight she was having trouble doing so. Eventually, Karen gave up and let her strength leave. Nagisa then nuzzled her cheek next to Karen's. Seeing her normally level-headed sister in this state made Karen happy. See her sister, big sister, acting childishly from time to time. No, seeing her being able to make her sister act childish are nice at some points in Karen's book.
ところでフミカ君、その格好は何なんだい？
By the way, Fumika, what's with that uniform?
これのこと？
Oh, this? Drawn by that voice, Karen looked her way and saw that Fumika striking a light pose while wearing some sort of uniform.
これはね、今の派遣先の制服。今はキャビンアテンダント、いわゆるスチュワーデスをやってるの。
This is the uniform of my current job. I'm what they call I'm a cabin attendant, or what they also call a flight attendant.
お客様、搭乗の際には携帯電話の電源はお切りください。
Sir, please turn your cell phone off for the duration of the flight.
なるほどね。
I see now.
フライトが終わってからそのまま来たから着替えてる暇がなかったのよ。
I came right here for my last flight, so I didn't have time to change. Fumika told them that her current job was in for a travel agency, it seemed. Wait, hold on a second. Karen had heard that Fumika worked. So, was a temporary worker right now. Sorry. She was sent to various places. I was known for being able to pull off her job perfectly as some sort of super worker. Incidentally, it seemed Nagisa was working the same position as her.
渚さんもキャビンアテンダント？
Are you a flight attendant too, Nagisa?
渚ちゃんはね、今メイド喫茶。
Get this, Nagisa is currently working at a maid cafe.
メイド喫茶？
A maid cafe? Reika's eyes widened. It was a rare sight from the normally composed woman.
おかえりなさいませ、ご主人様。
Welcome home, master. Perhaps she realized she was the center of attention now. Nagisa let go of Karen and waved to Reika.
なんでまたメイド喫茶に？
Why a maid cafe?
それがね、そこに来る客に紛れて取引してるらしいのよ。
I see. It's because apparently she does deals with some of the people who slip in amongst the customers. Fumika shrugged her shoulders. Smile faded from her face for a second.
なるほど、そうでしたか。
I see, so that's it. When she heard that, Reika's face regained its normal calm.
何のお話ですか？
What are you talking about? Unlike Reika, Karen had no idea what was going on.
うん、実はね、私たちって派遣社員というのは名ばかりで、本当は女スパイなの。社会の闇に潜む悪と日夜戦っているのよ。
Well, you see, the truth is, We're only temporary employees in name, and in reality, we're actually spies. We slither into the shadows of society and fight in the background.
嘘ですよそんなの
Enough of the jokes. Fumika giggled when she heard Karin giggled when she heard Fumika's reply.
信じてよカレンちゃん
It's true, Karin.
ふみかさんって楽しい方なんですね
You're a fun person, aren't you, Fumika? Karin was no longer a child. She knew there was no way that normal woman like her would be that spies would appear to a normal woman like her. Even if they were, they wouldn't be dumb enough to call themselves spies to her face. That's why Karin quickly determined that Fumiko was joking.
嘘じゃないのに
I'm telling the truth here, really.
そういう設定なんですね
It's not your backstory or something? Karin then gave the dejected Fumika a smile for a while.
宗一さんもっとちゃんと走ってくださいもうだいぶ待ち合わせの時間に遅れてるんですから
Soichi, please run faster. We're already late for the meetup time. Hold on. I've been running ever since I left home. I'm at my limit here.
お兄ちゃんもっと頑張ってよ下手で返上するんじゃなかったの
You gotta try harder, big bro. You don't want to be a loser again, do you? You don't have to put it like that. Before long, energetic voices came their way. They still couldn't see the ones behind the voices, but they could hear them from far away with all their energy.
宗一くんたちだ
It's Soichi and the others. It was Naiso who reacted first. Karin froze and blushed at Naisa's voice.
これで全員揃うね
Now we're all here.
宗一が来た
Soichi's here. So this must be the guy. This must be the guy Sis has been thinking about, huh? She dressed herself up all for this person. Karin looked towards the direction of the voice with expectation. She still didn't see anyone. The greenery of the park was still hiding them.
なんで私が仕掛けておいた目覚ましを止めて寝ちゃうんですかあれほど言っておいたのに
Why did you turn off the alarm I set off and went back to sleep? Even after all the times I told you about it. I didn't stop it. Stop it when I woke up.
お兄ちゃんが寝ながら止めたんだねきっと
Big Bro must have turned off while he was sleeping then. Their lively voices grew louder and louder. They'd be in view soon.
相変わらずみたいだな、宗一くんたちは。
Looks
ゆうきちゃんも元気そうだ。
like those two are the same as ever. Yuki sounds like she's doing good as well.
すっかりさくみちゃんの尻に敷かれてるわねあれは
Though Sakumi's got him totally whipped.
宗一もあの扱いに耐えてないで私に乗り換えればいいのに
Soichi doesn't have to put up with that. I could just take over.
おおレイカちゃん大胆発
Now that's bold, Reika. Though they couldn't see them, they could tell those three were in high spirits. Huh? Just then, Karen noticed something. Everyone looks like they're enjoying themselves. They were cheerful. Look, the faces of all the adults surrounding her grew cheerful. It was like their smiles had gone up a rank. Are those three that big of a deal? Or is it just that all of them being here has this much significance? Probably both, I'd say. That was what Karen thought. And her guess wasn't off the mark. Why don't you just wake me up yourself then if you're gonna say that?
朝時間通りに起きるぐらいはご自分の力でやってください。どうして宗一さんはそうやってすぐに人に頼ろうとするんですか？
You can at least wake yourself up in the morning, can't you? Why is it you're so quick to rely on others?
お兄ちゃん、私が毎朝優しく起こしてあげるよ。
I'll wake you up all nice every morning, big bro. Alright, I'm counting on you, Yuki. Okay.
ゆうきちゃん、あまり宗一さんを甘やかさないでください。
Yuki, don't spoil Soichi.
いいじゃない、ちょっとくらい。
A little won't hurt, will it?
ダメです。宗一さんなんですから。
You can't. This is Soichi we're talking about here. Eventually, the three of them appeared from behind a bush.
宗一くん、さくみちゃん、ゆうきちゃん。
おーい。
Sakumi and Hazuki called out. When they did, Soichi and the others stopped arguing. Long time no see, guys.
ご無沙汰してました。
It's great to see you again.
こんちは。お兄ちゃん、もうみんな揃ってるよ。
Hello. Oh, big bro, everyone's already here.
宗一さんのせいですからね。
It's all Soichi's fault. Sorry.
走ろう。みんな待ってる。
Let's run. Everyone's waiting. And so the three of them ran over the car and then the others. These people are... Karin observed the three running people. One of them was a boy. He appeared to be several years older than Karin. Behind them was a long-haired girl. She appeared to be the same age as the boy. Last was a girl about the same age as Karin. Three of them were supposed to have been arguing. But the three of them smiled at each other from time to time. From what Karin saw, that arguing was just some sort of formality to them. They showed no signs of arguing anymore.
もう遅いわよ、宗一くん。
Sheesh, you're late, Soichi. Sorry, Fumika, I overslept.
宗一くんは相変わらずヘタレなんだね。
I see Soichi's as pathetic as ever.
苦労してます。
Such a pain.
お姉ちゃん毎日怒ってるの。
Big sis is mad every day now. Once Soichi and the others came over, the atmosphere instantly lightened up. Soichi, Sakumi, Yuki, Hazuki, Fumika, Reika, Nagisa, Karin. There were 8 in total. Including Karin, that made 9. These people saved me. Karin had heard that they had all made a big winning at the casino. The money for her surgery came from those winnings. But the longer she looked at them, the stranger they appeared. Karin had said they were her friends, but they're all of different genders and personalities. Karin couldn't for life imagine how they'd become friends. But despite that, Karin couldn't see for herself that they were all friends. The way they all cheerfully talked to each other made it clear they had a strong bond of friendship with each other. I guess it doesn't matter. It was strange, but Karin stopped thinking about it. All matters that they're friends now. The reason doesn't matter. What matters is that they're here now. There was no need to look into the reason, the cause for it. That was why Karin smiled and opened her mouth wide.
改めてご挨拶させていただきます。北条かりんの妹の北条かりんです。皆さん、その説は大変お世話になりました。
Allow me to introduce myself again. I'm Karin Hojo, Karin's little sister. Thank you for all your help. Karin gave a wide smile and bowed to her 8 saviors. In the end, Soichi and the others never told... sorry. In the end, Soichi and the others still hadn't told Yuki the truth. How her father was in charge of that murderous game. How he'd driven over 1,000 people to their deaths. And how because Yuki herself had been thrown into that life or death situation, and that, hold on a second. Alright, yeah. And so he would soon pay for his crimes with his life. Soichi and Naru still couldn't bring themselves to tell such a harrowing truth to someone as young as Yuki. They knew it would be the right thing to tell her, but that they did so, it would break her young heart. So Soichi and Naru decided to wait until she was older. Soichi was thinking of telling her when she became an adult. That was why Yuki thought that her father was still absent due to work, and she was waiting for his return. For the father who would never come back. Soichi and Takumi considered telling her that. To the both of them, Yuki was someone totally irreplaceable. The 9 of them walked through took a walk down the pass down the pathway of the park. They were headed for a small cemetery that laid at the end. A certain person rested there. The girl who had once been Soichi's girlfriend, who looked just like Sakami and had the same name as Yuki. Today was the anniversary of her death. Okay, back. This grave visit was also serving as a celebration for Karen's discharge from the hospital. Once they finished visiting the grave, the 9 were planning to have a party. Nice weather. Soichi walked at the rear of the group. He looked at the 8 walking ahead of him and continued strolling carefreely. The road was lined with cherry blossoms in full bloom. Walking between them were their comrades. And the blue sky stretched ahead of them. Today was the perfect weather.
私はお兄ちゃんとお姉ちゃんとは血はつながってないけど、2人は私のお兄ちゃんとお姉ちゃんなんだよ。
I'm not related by blood to the two of them, but they are my big brother and big sister.
2人も家族が増えたんですね。羨ましいです。
So you've gained 2 new family members. I'm jealous.
へへ、あげないよ。カレンちゃんにはカリンちゃんがいるんだから。
You can't have them. You have Karen after all.
はい。
I know. Yuki was talking to Karen about something. Soichi and Sakami would look at them from time to time. Soichi, Sakami, and Karen would look back from time to time. They looked like... It seemed like they were discussing family, perhaps.
でもカリンちゃんの場合はお化粧は多すぎない方がいいと思うな。
But Karen, it might be best not to go with so much makeup.
いいえ、男心をくすぐるには従来のイメージの打破が必要だわ。
Hold on a second. Alright, sorry. No, in order to tickle a man's fancy, you need to break preconceived images. Like, notions.
ちょっと
Hey! Nagisa and Fumika grabbed Karen and played along. Karen's eyes went wide. Perhaps she didn't realize she was being played with.
私はあそこで誰かを傷つけていたらと思うとたまにゾッとします。
Sometimes I get shivers down my spine when I think of what would have happened if I'd hurt someone there.
特に宗一君をかい？
Soichi in particular, huh?
それがないとは言いませんが。
I won't deny it. Reika and Hazuki were having a serious discussion about something. But it didn't seem that it was too serious, as they smiled from time to time.
宗一さん、
Last was Sakami. She'd been talking with Reika and Hazuki. When she noticed Soichi's glance, she turned to him. She went over to him. You can leave me alone. It's not like I've got... It's not like I've got anything. It's not like I've got anything to do in particular.
私も別に用事があって来たわけじゃありません。
I didn't come here for much of a reason either. I see. Sakami then walked by Soichi's side. The two of them went onward in silence for a while. But Sakami spoke up once the cemetery came into view.
宗一さん、
Yeah?
こうしてるとあそこであったことが何もかも嘘みたいですね。
With all this, it's like everything that happened back there never happened, huh? Sakami looked up at Soichi and smiled. Yeah, that's true. Soichi agreed with that. Getting to spend time peacefully with their comrades like this made what happened a year and a half ago all feel like it was just a dream or something. The fact that we can think like this means it's all over, huh?
私もそう思います。
I think so too. When they first gone back to the real world, from time to time they felt like the game was still continuing and became anxious for no reason sometimes. Whenever that happened, Soichi, Sakami, and Yuki would get together and support each other. But it hadn't happened so much recently. The three of them would still get together, but it was just to have fun. Not because they were anxious or needed support or anything like that. This is good, isn't it, Yuki? In his heart, Soichi spoke to his childhood friend. Soichi felt if she were there, she would praise his current self. Smiling with the same face he'd grown used to all these years. Just like Sakami was right in front of him. Or would you criticize me for cheating? Soichi could see that as well.
あ、またお兄ちゃん、別の女の人のこと考えてる。
Hey, big bro, you're thinking of another girl again. The other Yuki glared at him. Oddly enough, she could tell from his face whenever he was thinking of someone else other than Sakami.
どうしてお兄ちゃんは他の女の人のことを考えるかな。お姉ちゃんがいるじゃない。
Why do you think of other girls? You've got big sis, don't you?
こんなにお兄ちゃんを好きになってくれる人ってなかなかいないよ。
You're not gonna find many other people who love you this much, you know? It's taking all I can just to deal with you two. I don't have time to think about other girls. Not even seen through, Soichi tried to cover up a lie. Was she even thinking of another girl? It wasn't like he was trying to look away from Yuki and Sakami. Right, to Soichi, what mattered most right now were Sakami and Yuki.
失礼しちゃう。お姉ちゃん、こんなこと言ってるよ。
How rude. Are you hearing this, big sis? Yuki puffed her cheeks a little and looked up at Sakami. But Sakami just kept smiling gently.
ゆうきちゃん、今日ぐらいは許してあげて。
Yuki, why don't you just forget him today? For just today.
え
Huh? Yuki looked away from Sakami and looked at the gate to the cemetery for just a moment. Sorry, Sakami was looking, I think, yeah. Yuki followed her gaze, but then Sakami looked back at Yuki again and smiled sweetly at her.
そうだね。うん。ごめん、お兄ちゃん。
Yeah, you're right. Sorry, big bro. Realizing what it was that Sakami wanted to see, Yuki gave Soichi an apologetic look and bowed her head.
偉いわ、ゆうきちゃん。
Such a good girl, Yuki. Sakami rustled Yuki's hair and looked back towards the cemetery again. I'll let you have Soichi back for just today. So the girl who had the same face as Sakami sleeping there. Sakami knew that Soichi couldn't fully get over her. She'd be lying if she said it didn't bother her. But if he was the kind of person who could easily shake off the death of someone close to him, Sakami probably wouldn't have fallen for him. I hope he comes to think of me feel the same way for me someday. Right now, she was satisfied just being, living by his side right now. And she was satisfied that he wasn't alone anymore. Would it be wrong for me to wish any more than that, Yuki? That was something she should have wished for more than anyone else. Yuki Sakuragi, the girl resting there. Sakami. Hold on a second. She sees exactly what I'm thinking as always, huh? Soichi felt both pathetic yet happy about that. Never thought he'd develop such a strong connection with a stranger like this ever again. It was because he thought that he easily entertained the idea of suicide. But now Soichi would never think of leaving Sakami and Yuki behind dying. So Soichi gave a little smile and said the same words as before. I have enough dealing with you two as it is.
信じます。あなたは今も出会った時と変わらず三剣総一でいてくれていますから。
I believe you. Because you're the same Soichi Mitsurugi that I met, even now. Those were Sakumi's words, but they were also Yuki Sakuragi's wish. Their wishes were in perfect tandem. And it was for that reason why she supported Soichi's bravery on that day.
結局さ、お姉ちゃんが一番甘いんだと思うよ。
I think you're the most naive one of them all in the end, big sis.
どうしてですか？
Oh, and why's that?
普通は好きになった男の人が他の女の人のことを考えてたらもっと怒るもんだよ。
Because normally when the guy you like thinks about another girl, you're supposed to be more angry.
私はそういう部分と思うんですけど。
I think it's fine. That part's just like Soichi. That part's just like Mitsurugi. Oh, sorry, Soichi. I fulfilled my promise to you and came back, Yuki. Soichi felt that as he watched the two of them talking cheerfully. I'm not being sly. I'm living an honest life. Don't be sly and live an honest life. That was his promise to her. And she surely would have wished for Soichi to meet her like this. By never giving up and just looking straight ahead, living to the best of his strength. And by taking the hands of many comrades with him. It's not just our promise. I remember the things you did every day, too. I should remember things you did every day, too. Isn't that right, Yuki?
いつまでもそんな調子じゃ誰もあんたのことを分かってくれないわよ。
None will understand you if you're always like that, right?
嫌なんだもん。私の大好きなあんたがみんなに勘違いされてるのが。
I hate that. I hate that everyone misunderstands my boyfriend. Soichi had looked only at his promise with her and distorted its meaning for his own convenience. It wasn't just Sakumi and the others. In the end, Soichi had also tried to use Yuki Sakuragi as a tool for suicide, as well as his memories for her.
そんなことじゃレイカさんやカリンちゃんにお兄ちゃん取られても知らないから。
Fine, but don't blame me if Reika or Karin takes Big Bro away.
大丈夫ですよ。そんなに簡単に割り切って他の人とお付き合いできるような人じゃありませんから。
It's alright. He's not the kind of person who can just, separate things so clearly and go out with others. Do you have that little faith in me?
うん、ないよ。
Yep.
朝一人で起きてこないし。
Yep, I don't. You can't even get up on your own in the morning.
私は信じていますよ。宗一さんの強いところも弱いところも。
I trust Soichi, both his strengths and his weaknesses. Yuki smiled when Sakumi said those words.
それって結局何一つ信じてないってことじゃないの？
Doesn't that basically mean you don't trust anything about him? That's what it sounded like to me, too. Soichi joined in and laughed. Sakumi just stared quizzically at their reactions.
おかしいですね。大好きだって言ったつもりだったんですが。
That's strange. I thought it was a declaration of love. In the end, Sakumi joined in and smiled. Sakumi had been trying to say that she didn't mind if Soichi stayed the way he was, but unfortunately it didn't come across that way to Yuki.
宗一くん、さくみちゃん、ゆうきちゃん。遅い、置いてくわよ。
You're slow. We're gonna leave you behind. It was then that Fumika and the others, Nagisa and Fumika, who were way up ahead, called out to them. The three of them strolling by so casually that the other six had gone way ahead of them.
ほらお兄ちゃんお姉ちゃんみんなが待ってるよはーい今行くよ
Come on, you guys. We're keeping them waiting. Okay, we're coming. Yuki started running as soon as she said that. She left Soichi and Sakumi behind. Yuki shares a bundle of energy, huh?
私たちも行きましょうか
We should get going too, right? Yeah. Sakumi. Soichi held his right hand out to Sakumi. Sakumi's smile faded, and she searched Soichi's face though she was trying to probe his intentions. Sakumi figured that Soichi didn't want that sort of thing in this sort of time. Not when they were going to visit his dead girlfriend. I'm not planning on saying I love you, though. The moment she heard that, Sakumi made a surprised face as tears rolled down her eyes. Eventually, it gave way to a smile. Yes. Sakumi then took Soichi's hand and gripped it tightly, so that the two of them would never let it go of each other. So she would...
さんってこういう意地悪でございますね
so she would never let go of it again. You can be really stubborn at times from time to time, huh? Is that how it seems? Soichi gripped Sakumi's hand back in the same manner. The warmth in that hand made him happy.
もう二人とも何やってるの
Come on, guys, what are you doing? It was then that Yuki went back after having gone on ahead.
みんな待ってるんだから
We're keeping them waiting. Yuki then took Soichi's left hand and started dragging him off. Unlike Sakumi, who had been very reluctantly taken his hand, Yuki had done this with no hesitation. Hey, Yuki!
そんなこといいからダッシュ
Come on. No time for worrying. Get running. Yuki took the lead in front of Soichi and Sakumi. Since the three of them were holding hands, they ended up running together.
本当にもう肝心な時は二人ともダメなんだから
I swear, you two are just at the worst when it really matters. Yuki snorted. Sorry.
ごめんなさいねゆきちゃん
I'm sorry, Yuki. Soichi and Sakumi smiled wryly and looked at each other.
結局私たちにはゆきちゃんが必要なんですね
In the end, we really need Yuki, huh? Sakumi then said it so quietly so that only Soichi could hear her. Yeah, Yuki sure has her head on straight. Whenever the two of them seemed like they were going to stop, she kept them running. Just as she always had and likely always would.
ごちゃごちゃ喋ってないでちゃんと走る
Enough with the chit-chat. Start running. Yuki's voice was stern. Soichi and Sakumi nodded to each other again and sped up. And so Soichi, Sakumi, and Yuki ran between the trees swaying in the wind over to their comrades up ahead. You have overcome temptation and have not bed until the end, so you will be rewarded from the bottom of your heart. We pray that you keep the same kind of willpower, no matter what happens in life. And yes, because if you don't use the bet system, this is what you get. Well, to be more precise, you have to read the bet system tutorial once, and then you, but then don't accept the betting to get this title screen. If you don't, then you can see the ending, but you won't get this title screen. And guess what else? Take a look at this. See? Even if you don't bet, you get everything, all the bonuses, for absolutely free. You don't have to buy them at all. You can just, by not betting at all, you get everything for free. So, that's right. In the end, by not betting on anyone, you get all the content. That is how you win the game, in a sense. So yeah, as you can see, we've now unlocked all the bloopers and voice actor comments, and some additional pictures. Just for the record, also normally, this is the reason why the save data reset function exists, because if you did the bet system and you want to, because if you did the bet system and realize you can't get the true ending screen, then you have to erase your save data and replay the game from the start in order to get to the end without using the bet system once after reading the tutorial in order to get this title screen. But yeah, so that's it. That brings an end to the story of Secret Game Killer Queen. I'm going to be holding one more stream tomorrow or later today, one or the other, and then I will show off the extras of each version. This version, as you saw, has extra voices and pictures, while the PC version has full-on animated bloopers and well, not animated, but just done in VN format, as well as a special post-game bonus omake sort of thing, much like the original Killer Queen had. So we'll cover that next time. But with this, the main story has ended, so until the next time where we finish this all off, I will see you again later.